everybody, it's Ramona here again from RamonaRemisat.com. How are you doing? I hope you've all had a great week. If you're in the US, I hope you all had a fabulous Thanksgiving, celebrating with your friends and with your family. And now we go full throttle straight on through until the end of the year. And I just can't believe that this is the reading for December 1st through the 7th. And here we are at the tail end of another year, which is just crazy when you think about it, how fast this year has gone by. Before I get going with this week's reading, I just want to mention one thing too, because I see this happening year after year after year after year. And it's where a lot of people end their year with sadness and regret because they look back on their year and they feel that they never moved forward from where they were. You know, they kind of had high hopes. They had wanted to finish off their year in a different situation than when they started it, and yet they are still stuck in the exact same place as they were 12 months prior. So really it does not have to happen. That really doesn't have to be the way that it goes, but this is what happens, what I see year to year, like I said. So that's why I have opened the doors early to my 2015 forecast readings, because what happens with these people when they look back and they have these regrets, it all stems from one thing. It's lack of focus. You know, they just kind of went willy-nilly through the year. They didn't really have a focus, and before they knew it, the year was gone, and bang, guess what? There they were in the same old place that they started the year off. So if you don't want that to happen, it really helps you to have a focus. And once you know your focus, then you can set goals, you can take appropriate action steps to make things happen, right? So you don't stay stuck in the same place that you were, like I said, months earlier. So if you're interested in setting up a forecast reading, the way it works is we can do it over the phone, we can do it by Skype. If you are in the area, we can do it in person. It takes about an hour, and I tune into the angels and find out what their messages are for you month to month to month. So basically you come out of this with a roadmap in your hand, knowing exactly what you need to focus and concentrate on for each month of the brand new year. It's your roadmap to success. It really is. So as I said, that can be done on the phone, by Skype, in person. It costs $100 Canadian. So if you are in the United States, it's a little bit less for you because your dollar is stronger than ours. So it works out to be a little bit less. And if you're interested in setting that up, all you need to do is send me an email, Ramona@RamonaRemisat.com, and stay tuned to the end of the video and you'll see that address being displayed on the screen so that you can send me an email and we will get that on the schedule. Now these sessions, I do them every year and they always book up super fast. So if this is something that you're interested in, please don't wait. If you want to have the best availability, I do encourage you to get that on the schedule now. Okay, so again, that's 2015 forecast readings to give you the exact roadmap that you need for the year ahead. It'll tell you it's your play-by-play book, your play-by-play as you transition from one month to the next, to the next, to the next. All right, so enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started with the weekly reading. This week I'm working with the Archangel deck. And I'm going to shuffle these cards, asking for messages that will bring blessings to everybody here who is watching this video. Messages that will be for your highest good. I'm asking to have my ego taken out of the way. So this is nothing about me. It's bringing forth the messages clearly and accurately for the greatest good of all. So this is going to be the card for the beginning of the week, for Monday and Tuesday. And that one's going to be for the middle of the week. And that one's going to be for the end of the week. All right, as we start the week, remember who you are, okay? And this is important because, as I said, at this time of year, people start to kind of look back. They're doing a bit of an inventory on the year that they've had. And if you don't match up to where you expected to be, we really start to do sort of a number on ourselves in terms of beating ourselves up, and our self-esteem takes a real hit. And, we're kind of rough with ourselves. So this is a reminder for you to remember who you are, which is a perfect and whole child of God. Don't compare yourself with other people. I know the temptation is there. We are always looking around us, wanting to do more, be more, have more. We're always comparing with everything that we see in the media, with people around us, etc., etc. Your path is your path. You don't have to match up with anybody else. It's not a race to the finish. So just trust and know that you are where you need to be right now. And if you don't like what that picture looks like, then take some steps to change it, because you have that power within you. It all starts with what's up here. It starts with your thoughts. Your thoughts really do create your reality. So you want to make sure you are, putting that clear picture out there of what it is that you want. And that's what I talk about, having a focus, right? Knowing where you want to get to. That's the number one first step that you need to start with. Now, the message on the card says exactly what I just said. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very, very loved. So remember that. Remember that even though you don't feel enough of yourself, your angels, your guides, the ascended masters, your deceased loved ones, they all love you very much. So please don't dishonor them by beating yourself up. Yes, you might not be where you want to be. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps and make that conscious choice to make a change, right? Things don't happen by wishing and hoping. I put that in my newsletter last week. Things change because you take action. So this is your choice now. Do you want to do nothing, or do you want to take action? Think about that, especially on Monday and Tuesday of next week, or the week starting with December 1st. Okay, and this relates to this. Career transition as we get into the middle of the week. So a lot of you are thinking about making a change, right? And I know change is scary. We don't like change, especially the ego doesn't like change. It wants us to stay in our comfort zone because it's warm and cozy there. But you don't grow that way. You'll just stagnate. If you're not growing, you're doing the opposite, which is dying, more or less, right? So you want to be constantly evolving, constantly changing, learning new things, trying new skills, making yourself better, and evolving and branching out and doing different things. So if you are thinking of making a career transition and that whole idea scares the pants off of you, please don't let that stop you. The fear is good because it tells you are hearing the voice of spirit. You are tuning into your divine guidance that's nudging you in that direction, that is for your highest good. It is your true path and purpose. And again, they can't just wave a wand and ta-da, there it is for you. You have to do the action, which was what I was talking about over here. You have to take the action steps. So, you don't have to do it in one fell swoop. I'm not saying make a huge, big change. I'm not saying go and quit your job that you're doing now. But start to create an action plan. If you really are not happy with where you are and you want to be over here, what's it going to take to slowly move you over? Start to write that out. What are the steps that you need to take? Maybe it's doing some research. Maybe it's checking into things. Maybe it's, making some business cards or whatever. Maybe you're going into business for yourself and you need to take some steps there. So just make sure each and every day you're doing those small little things that are putting you on the path to where you want to get to. And that, small baby steps, slow and steady wins the race is what's going to get you there. You don't have to do it all overnight, but don't let fear just stop you in your tracks. I see so many people who would love to do something different. They want to make a change, and then the fear comes in and it stops them cold, and they never get past that fear. And it's sad. It really is sad. And, I catch up with them 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later. They're in the exact same place that they were when I talked with them. And I know that's not where they want to be, and I know that's not making them happy. And we are here to live a happy life. We really are. You shouldn't just have to deal with whatever circumstances, get plunked in your lap. So I want you to really think about that. If you're not happy, if you want to make a change, this is the angel's way of telling you now is the time to take those action steps, okay? And this really echoes, we really have a strong message coming through, gentleness, which is echoing the first card that said, remember who you are. This is about taking time to see yourself as that beautiful, perfect child of God that I said, and not beating yourself up because you didn't do this or you didn't do that or you don't have this or you haven't accomplished that or whatever. Just trust and know you're where you need to be. And the message here says, be very gentle with yourself at this time and surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. So if that means you need to go and hibernate a little bit, so be it. I know it's hard at this time of year because there's lots of stuff that's gearing up. There's family get-togethers, there's holiday parties, there's all kinds of festivities going on, and some of you just want to withdraw. So if you're feeling that, honor that within yourself, okay? It's okay to say no to things. You don't have to say yes and attend everything on your social calendar. All right, so I want you to be aware of that as well. this is time now to take some time and be gentle with yourself and figure out where you want to go in the new year. You know, how do you want next year to look different than this year? And then make a plan, have some action items on your list to make that happen. So as I said, if you want to have some focus for next year, you don't just want to kind of wing it and go by the seat of your pants, and you would like some directions to help you with that, reach out to me for a forecast reading. They are really, really helpful. They're always great to look at as you're going through the year to kind of know where you're going and where you came from and what maybe still you need to work on. So again, you can just email me, Ramona at ramonaremisat.com. Watch to the end of the video, and that address will be up on the screen so you can reach out to me. We can get that scheduled for you. All right, so everybody have a great week. Be gentle with yourself. Please, please, please honor yourself as the beautiful being that you are, instead of comparing and putting yourself down. Okay, nobody likes that. So I want you to do this with me right now. I want you to wrap your arms around yourself, give yourself a great big hug because you deserve it. All right, and until next week, have a great week. Work on these things and then check back in here next week and we'll see you then. Thanks, everybody.